My name is Heidi and I'm with H2 Home Designs, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to create custom signage. It's going to be a two-part video series. In this first part, I'm going to show you how to create the graphics for your signage in a way that's pretty simple using just one website, and depending on the size you choose for your final product, you can put these at home. And then we'll do another video that actually shows you how to do a simple transfer onto the wood that you'll be using for your backdrop. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is start off at a website, and this is a free website. There's no charge for it unless you choose to go with a free option. The website itself is called canva.com. So we'll go to Canva, www.canva.com. And the first thing that you will need to do is to set up an account for yourself. So create yourself an account. Again, you don't have to pay for this account. It's a free account. And once you've got that set up, click on the Create Design button. And then I'm going to have you create a design using custom dimensions. Today, I'm going to do a simple design on an 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper so that it's something that I can actually print home. So we're going to enter some custom dimensions. And the first thing you're going to do here when you enter your dimensions is make a change here. Instead of px or pixels, we want to put our dimensions in inches. And my sign is going to be a horizontal sign, so I'm going to make the width 11 inches and the height will be 8.5 inches. And simply click the Design button. And what this is doing then is creating the backdrop that you're going to put the words or the font for your sign on. So the first thing that I like to do is go up to the top here and name my design. And in this case, I'm going to name it Tutorial 1. And I like to put my dimensions in the design in the file name as well. That way I remember later if I go back to this image and want to use it again, what size I had created it for. And then go ahead and click Done. Okay, now to start off, we're going to go over to this text button here. Click on that. And you're going to need to decide how many lines of text you'd like to have in your sign. For the sign that I'm going to make today, I'm going to have 3 lines of texts. So I'm going to use 3 separate text boxes. And you don't necessarily have to do that, but you have more ability to shape your sign and play with the sizes of the fonts and different kinds of fonts if you actually create separate lines. So go ahead and click on Add Heading. And then we're going to choose the font that we'd like to use. And this program has a wonderful selection of fonts. And you can just kind of scroll down the fonts and you'll see here actually what the font looks like if you choose that. So I would encourage you not to pick something like this one here, for an example, that's very tiny and thin lined, because that may not make a great transfer. And you may not want to try one that's like this that might be too thick and use too much ink. So I try to pick something that's a little bit in between both of those. So I think I'm going to try this one here, and let's see how this works today. Then you're going to go up, after you've selected your font, you're going to go up and you're going to select the size of the font for this line. And I'm going to go with about a 96 and kind of see where we end up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just move this. If you right-click on the text box itself, you can drag it and move it around. And then because I've got 3 lines, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 copies of this. So now I've actually got 3 identical text boxes with the same font in them and the same size font. And then I'm going to go ahead and start typing in the words. And for this one, this is a saying that if any of you watch Fixer Upper, you may recognize. Today is a good day. For a good day. All right, and it looks like The text itself fits pretty well into the screen, so it's going to fit pretty well onto my document. And I'm going to just take a minute here and actually right justify these. Actually, in order to right justify, I probably need to make the font a little bit smaller. So this is a good opportunity for me to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go back down to this text box at the bottom, and I'm going to change the font from 96 to an 88. And I'm going to go back and do the same with these other text boxes. Change them all to an 88. And then I'm going to try again and see if I can't right justify. And I think that'll probably work out okay. Play around a little bit with your layout and decide what you like. And Canva's great at providing some of those lines that will kind of help you see whether you've got things lined up or not. I think I need to scoot these over yet a little bit more. There we go. So this looks pretty good. It's centered where I'd like it to be. And it looks like the text is going to be the right size for the shape and the dimensions that I've selected. The next thing that you'll do is download this image as a PNG file. A PNG is similar to a JPEG file. And what we'll be doing is kind of creating a picture of this image. So let's do that first. This will be a two-part process. So you're going to hit the download button, select the PNG recommended. We don't need to, well actually let's put it on a transparent background. That simply allows the letters to float in space, kind of, instead of putting the color of the background in the image. And then click download. And just remember the title. And you can close out of that. And then the second part of this process is to delete all of this and actually put that image that we just created on top of our backdrop here. So I'm going to delete this text box, all three of these. And then I'm going to go down to the upload button here, click on that, click on upload your own images, and then I remember mine was called tutorial. There it is. I'm going to open that up. I'm loading it into Canva. And as you can see here, this is what I mean when I say a transparent background. This is transparent. There's no color behind it. This Happy Halloween, for example, would not be considered a transparent background. Then once it's loaded, just click on it and it'll pop right into your backdrop. And then I'm going to resize this a little bit. So it fits nicely. Let me move it over just a little bit. To move it, just click on it and then just right click and then drag it. Okay, and this is the important part. Once you've got it kind of where you'd like it, click on your image again, and you're going to flip the image. And this is oftentimes where people have a difficult time understanding how to do this or what program I can use to do this. So with this particular program, you can create it and you can flip it all at once. And you can create a transparent image. So this image here that we've just put here, you can put on a million different things. You can put it on top of another image, or you can go ahead and just print it like we're going to do and put it on a sign. So it's pretty versatile. All right, we're going to go ahead and flip it, and you want to flip it horizontally. And so when it prints out, it's going to print out horizontally. And then when we actually do the transfer in our second video, you'll understand why that horizontal flip is important. So that's pretty much it. Just go ahead and go back up to your download button. And this time when we download, we don't need a PNG file. This time we need a PDF file so that you can actually take it to your print shop and print it, or print it from home. And we want the PDF print option. We're not worried about crop marks and bleed today. Click download. All right. If you do get a notification here that asks if you want to save, and oftentimes I do, go ahead and say yes, save it to your computer, and then you can just exit out of this alert. Okay, so I'm going to go to my computer and let's just pull that up and see if it turned out. So this was the original PNG file that we made that's on a transparent background, and it doesn't look transparent here, but if you were to upload it to Canva, you would see that it is transparent. And then the PDF file that we created is here. And as you can see, it's been flipped horizontally, and you can go ahead and print it from here. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Hope it's debunked a little bit of the mystery that's behind creating fonts that can be applied to signs. And then be sure to join me for my second video, and I'll actually show you a real simple, inexpensive way to transfer this image onto a piece of wood or a backdrop of your choice. So stay tuned. Thanks so much for joining me.